Hello, and welcome back to DevOps Quick Bites, where we turn Salesforce DevOps into short and sweet knowledge you can actually use. I'm Rob Cowell, and today I'm exploring something that's dominating the Salesforce conversation lately, Agentforce. Now, this isn't just another AI tool. Agentforce is a full-blown framework that lets you build and deploy autonomous AI agents inside Salesforce. Agents that can take real action, chat with users, and make decisions based on your data. And today I'm going to show you how it works, not just conceptually, but practically. What it looks like, what you need to deploy it, and how the moving parts fit together in Salesforce. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. So let's start with the basics. What is Agentforce? Agentforce is Salesforce's native AI agent platform. Think of it as a toolkit for building smart virtual co-workers that live inside your Salesforce org. These aren't just glorified chatbots, they're action takers. They can fetch records, update fields, trigger flows, and interact across platforms like Slack and WhatsApp and others, all while following rules that you define. And because these agents are built into the Salesforce metadata model, you can manage them just like you would any other Salesforce change. Track them in source control, deploy them through pipelines, and test them before they go live. So let's break down the components that make this all possible. So here are the 5 key pieces of metadata that make up an Agentforce agent. First up, Gen AI Planner, which represents the agent itself. In the UI, you'll find this in Agent Studio under Setup. Each planner is basically the brain of an agent. It defines how it breaks down a problem, figures out a plan, and executes steps to solve it. And then there's Gen AI Plugin, which shows up in the Agent Builder as topics. Think of these as areas of expertise, like handle customer billing questions or guide users through onboarding. Each of these topics ties together related actions and instructions for a specific job function. Under each topic, you'll find actions, and each one of those maps to a Gen AI function metadata component. This is where you define what your agent can do. Retrieve data, update records, send messages, make API calls. These are just the verbs in your agent's vocabulary. Now next, we've got Gen AI Prompt Template, which lives in the Prompt Builder section of the setup. This defines how your agent speaks. You can create templates to ensure responses follow a consistent tone, format, and structure. Whether your agent is formal, friendly, concise, or detailed, these prompt templates will shape that personality. And finally, the most underrated hero of this metadata, AI Evaluation Definition. I didn't choose the names. You'll find this in the Agentforce Testing Center. This is where you build test suites to evaluate your agent's performance over time. Because these agents learn from data, their behavior can drift. So testing ensures that they keep doing what you design them to do, even as your org evolves. So now let's talk about how you actually deploy these. Each of these components, planners, plugins, functions, prompts, and tests, are metadata types. And that means that they can be retrieved with the Salesforce CLI, with Gearset, with a whole bunch of tools that we're used to working with, checked into source control, deployed using your favorite DevOps tools. And if you're building a sandbox or a scratch org, you can test changes there, commit them, and deploy them as part of a standard CI/CD pipeline. But here's the kicker. These components are interdependent. A planner calls a function, which might rely on a plugin, which uses a prompt template. So you'll want to deploy them as a bundle. Treat your agent a bit like a package, and make sure that all the related parts are deployed together. And please, don't skip testing. That AI Evaluation Definition test suite is your best friend when you're deploying updates. Run it after every deployment to make sure that nothing's broken or behaving oddly. So here's a quick rundown of all those components. Gen AI Planner, which is the agent itself found in Agent Studio. Gen AI Plugin, the topics or subject areas built into Agent Builder. Gen AI Function, which is the actions your agent can take under Topics and then Actions. Gen AI Prompt Template, how your agent talks in Prompt Builder. And AI Evaluation Definition is your test cases that you create in the Agentforce Testing Center. Each one of these plays a critical role in how your agent thinks, acts, speaks, and learns. So that was a very quick guide, But I'm sure you'll realise that Agentforce is more than just a shiny new AI feature. It's a whole new DevOps opportunity. You're not just deploying flows or Apex anymore, you're deploying intelligent behaviour. So if you're thinking about rolling out AI in Salesforce, this is your foundation. Master these metadata types, bring them into your deployment pipelines, and you'll be at the front of the pack when it comes to those scalable, reliable AI agents. So that's all for this episode of DevOps Quick Bites. If you learned something new, give us a like, subscribe for more DevOps insights, and drop a comment if you're experimenting a bit with Agentforce. I'd love to hear what you're building. Until next time, stay curious, keep iterating, and as always, deploy with confidence. Bye for now.